Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. Trying to free your mind.
Your Roku TV may one day show ads when you pause video on your Apple TV. Roku is exploring ways to show consumers ads on its TVs even when they're not using its streaming platform. It says the company has been looking into injecting ads into the video feeds of third-party devices connected to its TVs, according to a recent patent filing. So if you're an owner of a Roku TV and you decide to take a short break by playing your Xbox or Nintendo Switch, or maybe you have an Apple TV hooked up to it and you decide to stream it, Roku would use that short break to show ads. So apparently these Roku engineers have found ways, explored ways to figure out what a consumer is doing with their TV connected device in order to display relevant ads. Now, if you own a Roku, you probably know that really annoying screensaver that shows Roku City and they put ads in that area. So Roku is not new to doing things like this. They had begun selling sponsorships for that screensaver last May, and they have paid, Walmart and McDonald's to basically put ads. When you are not using your Roku, you'll see a little big city scrolling across the board, and on like billboards there will be ads for TV shows and restaurants and things like that. But Roku is very particular about what type of ads go in the Roku City screensaver. That's why they don't allow developers of apps or even the consumer to put their own target information in these screensavers. They are very particular, and they only allow the big name companies or the big name TV channels to do this. Now, developers are able to build dedicated screensavers, which consumers can download to replace the current one, though. So the big thing is, when you are switching from a Roku streaming device or TV to something like an Xbox or an Apple TV, Roku can't put ads through that HDMI transfer if you're switching those ports. At least not yet. But the patent application has a number of different ways to identify if there are actual pauses, including grabbing frames from a video feed. It says if nothing changes between a number of frames, a viewer has likely pressed pause. So they have in this patent, they have ways to identify if a user has pressed pause while they're playing a video, and if they can interject ads in those specific places. And the Roku engineers also proposed in his patent a way to monitor the audio feed for extended moments of silence. Now, the biggest thing is, how would you make these type of ads work? If you're between switching from a Roku streaming stick or a Roku TV to a Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, or Apple TV, or even if you had another like Google streaming stick or something, how would you make something like this work? So the way Roku believes they can make it work is, if a consumer or customer is watching something on Apple TV and they press the pause button, the Roku TV could use either audio or video-based content recognition technologies, also known as ACR, to identify what they're watching, match that scene to a database, and then extract the info from that database to pair a relevant ad to it. So this is a quote directly from the patent application. So it says the fingerprint and/or watermark may correspond to a certain movie title, famous actor, and movie genre. The metadata may correspond to a champagne bottle and mountain scenery. The relevant ads may include the famous actor, the type of champagne, vacation opportunities that include the mountain scenery recognized. So they can take a movie or a TV show and all of the product placements in that show and give you an ad based on what the heck the actor was wearing, what champagne they were drinking, and hits you right. Let's say you pause it to go to the bathroom or pause it to look at your phone. You look up, Leonardo DiCaprio's drinking Dom Perignon. They put a Dom Perignon ad right in front of you. Or you're watching a rapper and he's got a big old bottle of Hennessy in his hand, and you pause the video and you look up and you see Hennessy on sale for 20% off. And of course, for the gamers, even if there's no database for a new game that comes out, you can envision the type of signals. According to the patent application, they envisioning the type of control signals game consoles they send to TVs to invoke low latency mode to differentiate gameplay from video viewing. And then they would recommend different games, or even, hey, you need to upgrade your whole gaming console. Now, bear in mind, this is just a patent to sell ads. Companies come out with things a lot and they don't turn them into actual products. They reached out to the Roku spokesperson about this patent and they declined comment. So there's a very good possibility that this will never see the light of day, but they are exploring it. But it is important to keep this in mind, though, because TV makers aren't making money off TVs. In fact, Roku's earnings report from last year said that they lost $44 million on the sale of smart TV, streaming players, and other devices. Where they really made their money was in ads and services. They said Roku generated a gross profit of nearly $1.6 billion. But let me know in the comments what you think about this. Is this something that could be seen to fruition soon, or is this just a nothing burger? Are we going to get ads in our gaming or any other streaming devices for any other smart TVs, not just Roku? Do you own a Roku? Are you considering turning one back now? Does this affect your purchases for smart TVs in the future? Please like and share to hack the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing if this type of tech news and cybersecurity news and other things is something that you are interested in. Thanks, I greatly appreciate it, and take care.